the my apartment is, I don't know. Like, I probably shouldn't be revealing too much on the internet. But I live in Candor, which is already revealing a ton since it's a village with a population of like 800.
Candor.
No, it is specifically Candor, as I told you. I got torn asunder for saying Candor at the Planned Parenthood in Ithaca.
A Sundor.
Yes. If you don't say Candor, people are gonna know you're not a local. Yeah, no, I'm not a local. I grew up in the Finger Lakes. I grew up looking out on the bluff, crying my eyes out whenever I saw the sun dip beneath the waves that don't exist on Cuca Lake because it's a small lake. The only waves are, you know, relatively small ones or ones that are generated by boats. Basically, what I'm saying is, for all its progressive ideas, there's a certain level of elitism that is still pervasive in Ithaca and snobbiness that upsets me.
You know, those snobby people from Ithaca.
Well, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, light level changes right outside my window. That's fine. That's nothing to worry about, I'm sure. Anyway, and that totally sunk
Sorry,
next to
I'll
my
stop
bed.
moving.
No, I told you, I'm right on the main road. So, like cars, it's just cars going by. Or cars turning. They go like, they, oh, you know what? If I describe what it is, like, it would actually be extremely easy to track me down, which it already, like, probably would be. Please don't, like, destroy me, people. But anyway, so I was gonna do this bit where I was like, in Ithaca, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not liberal enough. Um,
You cut out there for like 2 seconds.
well, I was gonna do a bit where it's like, I'm not liberal enough for Ithaca. Um,
You're not liberal enough for anyone.
Explain, please.
Um, as a bisexual trans woman, you fall neatly into no man's land.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to make some joke about how like uh, um when you look at I don't know.
The reason that I'm not liberal enough for anyone is because I love Bob Seger, and that's not a liberal. That's not a liberal position. Liberals don't listen to Bob Seger. 56-year-old boomers out in the heartlands listen to Bob Seger as they jump onto their Harleys, belching smoke into the sky, and then drive them into the cabs of their massive diesel-powered trucks to transport them to the next rally. Bike rally, I mean. I should I should make that clear.
Fair.
I work till my back is racked with pain. Boss can't even remember my name. Gong, 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 whoa, bum, gong, 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 gong. That's
You missed your calling.
as a what, Bob Seger cover artist. Honestly, it's a tragedy um, that I'm trans because I would make a really good 56-year-old boomer out in the heartlands, driving around my pickup truck, tears glistening in my eyes as I go, glory days. She was talking about glory days. Fake fan. That's a Bruce Springsteen song. I know it's a Springsteen song. You fell for my trap. Of course Glory Days isn't a Bob Seger song. Are you kidding me? You think that I can't keep my Heartland rockers alone? Or, like, distinct? Uh, but Kara, Springsteen isn't a Heartland rocker. And for that matter, like, Seeger's from Detroit, so, like, is it fair to call him Heartlands? I actually don't know. Alec, is Detroit part of the Heartlands?
Detroit is the heartlands if you're talking about a smoker's heart.
Wow. Just a very, very cutting remark.
It's actually that wasn't really a very original joke. I mean, everyone likes to talk smack about Detroit. So hold on, let me come up with a better answer to that. Ask me that question again.
Is Detroit part of the Heartlands?
No.
Fair enough. There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Glory days. Are you going to reach a point in your life where you just sit around, Alec, thinking, man, high school, that was the glory days? When I was captain of the football team, slamming brewskis on Friday nights and hooking up with Jenna Lee and combing my hair.
I hope not because that didn't happen, so I'd be misremembering things.
Are you sure that you didn't slam brewskis while simultaneously throwing the game-winning pass for your team, the little
Blue
Buckaroos,
Devils.
the Blue Devils? And we've come full
Every
circle.
town has a Blue Devils team.
Yes, it does. He's right. Yo, so not to invoke the cursed college, but isn't the Geneseo, and I almost said our, and I can't say our obviously, but isn't the Geneseo women's hockey team like really good?
I have to be honest with
Or is
you.
that volleyball?
I know nothing about our women's hockey team. Apparently, our women's rugby team is good. And our men's hockey team is very good.
Okay,
Um,
I thought I had heard that like in particular the women's hockey or women's volleyball was like really good. Glory
um,
days.
all I know is the women's rugby team is pretty good.
I
But
wonder
the
how
men's
you
hockey
learned
team is like
that.
the good. Um, the
I,
thing about women's rugby is that like I feel like half the women I've met at Geneseo are on women's rugby.
I was gonna say, oh well, see, I was thinking of Christina.
Well, Christina was on rugby,
Who else?
and um, I know other people who've been on like women's rugby, and like think about it, like I think I can name just as many women who are not on women's rugby as women who are or were.
All right, you have 10 seconds to name two women who weren't on women's rugby and two women who were. Go.
Katie wasn't, and my girlfriend wasn't, and Christina was, and the girl that kind of stalked Christina.
You were just a little over the line, but I'm sorry. What? There's a girl that stalked Christina.
Oh, um, I don't know. It feels kind of rude for me to like go into it as a story, but there was a girl who I'm sure she was not actually stalking Christina, but it became kind of a joke because she seemed to have like an obvious crush on Christina, and Christina didn't really like her, and it was kind of weird because she just kept showing up and like hanging out for a little while, and then I guess she like got the message.
Is it a freshman year thing?
Yeah.
That would be why I don't really know about it.
Hey, is it normal for your jaw to suddenly feel like it's unhinging itself?
Like a snake? No. I would say that's not normal.
Maybe I'm turning into Nagini.
I mean, that's possible. You're gonna be the next Horcrux.
I would
I was just
get a
gonna,
Horcrux, by the way.
yeah, I was just gonna ask, what's more likely, me becoming your Horcrux or you becoming my Horcrux? Obviously, it's me becoming your Horcrux because you would do anything to prolong your lifespan.
True.
I can't
Um,
believe that the thought crossed my mind. Obviously, you would be the one taking me as a Horcrux, or like
so,
my glad. No, Jody.
oh, you're right.
I know that she's my daughter, but you know, she would be one of them. Probably not your first.
5 cents.
What, a nickel would be your first Horcrux?
There is a 5 cent receipt sitting in Jody right now. Correct?
You have to. I should check. I haven't gotten rid of it. That would be the first Horcrux, huh?
I think
A
so.
piece of
Yeah.
paper, which can be burned, and a form of fire is a confirmed way to destroy a Horcrux. I value your commitment to the bit over your commitment to life.
Um. Well, the fire that burns Horcruxes can burn anything. And I was about to say, like, so Harry's soul was a Horcrux. If Harry never actually destroyed that Horcrux that was latched onto him, do you think that he could have ever died? Unless he was exposed to the things that kill Horcruxes?
That's actually a pretty interesting question.
And also,
I don't know.
Basilisk's venom entered his body
Yes.
when he was a second year. Why didn't that destroy the Horcrux?
Shh, 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 shh,
It's almost
shh,
as if
shh.
J.K. Rowling didn't actually plan it out from the beginning.
But we know that that's false because she knew that Nagini was actually a woman trapped in an existential nightmare from like the start, a 20-year plan. So clearly, she had considered that the basilisk venom was like not cleansing Harry.
Hmm.
I think the problem with you, Alec, is that your mind just isn't open to the same level of intellect as J.K. Rowling. Obviously, she is one of the great thinkers of our time. Obviously, she has planned out every move that she has made in order to ensure that her books maintain the maximum cultural relevancy and her public image has been as positive as possible. Obviously, she is committed to keeping herself in the public's good graces through humility and sensible opinions.
Would your opinion of my intelligence change if you heard me say this? I am Pickle Richard.
You know that I said the thing about you not being as smart as J.K. Rowling was not. It wasn't a dig at your intelligence. It was like the foundation of the bit. It was
Yeah.
basically, and you have to have a very high IQ to understand Harry Potter bits.